Did you know that a new release date hearing for Melly has just been set by Judge Martin Fye? It states that a second bond hearing for Melly has been set for Tuesday, May 6, 2025, and Raven Liberty, Melly's attorney, will present the argument for the rap star's bond with Judge Martin Fye presiding. However, a lawyer in court today wrote that Judge Martin Fye appears to be seriously considering dismissal because he is angry and the state continues to act like a penalty case is in.
The first thing is I didn't have so I can't know which I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this duration because I don't know what to use. Okay.
His lawyers also presented GPS and text message evidence from the time of the crime, indicating that he was fleeing down the street.
The car was saying that someone just shut the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, and I'm hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Zach and Judy? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
However, the judge announced that Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah was allowed to return home because she posted a statement saying, "And to my village, thank you, I love you all so much, God's plan, not mine," because she didn't like how she was broadcast on the news. The judge also stated that Melly should be given the opportunity to be released on bond until the trial began.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
Melly has been in our jail for 2,159 days because Judge Fye actually wants this case to proceed and not keep getting delayed, which is a unique change from how judges typically act. However, it was announced that Melly must make an informed decision about who he wants as lawyers.
So, let me repeat myself. Mr. Demons has to make an informed decision about who he wants as lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm asking for at least a day or two. And then
we'll decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
The judge couldn't believe how long he had been in jail without a verdict. So he told the prosecutors to explain why he had to stay in jail or be released on bond. This is when the prosecutors unloaded on Melly with evidence, bringing up the newly discovered motive for the crime, which was that Melly wanted to make more money from the YNW business, according to an O'Block member.
Did Vaughn really tell you that Melly told him that he could do crime?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, if when people can say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Big Burn was mad at me, bro. Why you put that, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, you was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around?
This was supposed to be a secret that Melly told King Vaughn, but Vaughn told him before he died. However, Melly's motivation comes from the fact that he and Borland were selling merch and brand deals at concerts to make money, while Sack Chaser and Juvie apparently didn't do much. If you know how King Vaughn was in street situations, you can guess how he told Melly to handle it. And when you combine this with evidence that Melly admitted to the crime hours after happened,
Again, asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly count says what?
After that,
a video from someone else's Facebook was also on Melly's phone, and it showed Borland and Melly smiling after Sack, Chaser, and Juvie passed away just hours earlier.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! But still turned. Regardless of what happened, you already know.
As this demonstrates their lack of sympathy for their deceased best friends, we had investigators examine the Jeep they were driving in as physical evidence of the crime, and Sergeant Williams revealed that someone inside the vehicle had to have committed the crime.
How many rounds were inside?
3. From the driver's side back seat.
As to Christopher Thomas, where did that?
Driver's side back seat. My determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that.
Juvie's mother revealed who was seated in the back left seat after Williams admitted that the suspects had to be there.
Can you state your name? Leon Curtis. And are you related to one of the
Yes, I am.
How's
Mother.
and who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat? If you can identify specifically.
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.
This is the worst thing the prosecutors could have done. They were going to use a new strategy to get Borland to lie about Melly because they wanted to go to court with Melly and Borton at the same time.
Of the state to try them together, just more efficient. You don't have to do things again and again. Do it all at once, and also get a better chance of having them incriminate each other during the trial. It benefits the defense to sever it. That way they can point the finger at each other and get away with it. So this is what's going on. But I don't think it should be automatically severed because the state is seeking a penalty for Melly, because it's only the penalty phase of the trial that would be different, not the guilt phase. The guilt phase is the same. They're both capital crimes. We're seeking the penalty on one, not the other. But that goes into the second part of the trial. The penalty phase only if Melly is found guilty.
Because if Borland knows he had nothing to do with ending Sack Chaser and Juvie, he won't just sit back and accept a life sentence behind bars. As a result, it's likely that Borland will point the finger at Melly if it comes to it. You might not be aware that Melly's lawyer tried to pin the crime on Borland in the first trial.
Those were his crimes. Cortland Henry shows up at Memorial Hospital, Miramar. You don't see him sitting there, but where you will see him sitting is in the driver's seat of a car, two bodies, car, riddled with bullets. When he shows up with a change of clothing, change of shirt, powder residue on his hands, evidencing that he had discharged a firearm. And he lies. He lies about where the incident occurred. He lies about how it occurred. And he lies about not having the phone. I think it was Miss Bradley herself who said, everybody has a phone in the pocket, not Cortland.